Hello, welcome to the stream. I am Ant Woman, also known as Melissa Showers, and I'm an artist and interactive art director based out of Houston, Texas. Thank you for joining. Please say hi in the chat and let's get this party started. Happy Friday. I am so glad it's Friday. I hope you all are having a great day. Please feel free to drop your name in the chat and say hi. I'm doing something a bit different today. I'm going to be sharing my process of creating short animations for my brand and woman using Adobe Express Beta and Adobe Firefly Beta. I am going to take you through the animation. I created it in less than an hour. It's very similar to this one, and I'm going to work on a new design idea that I have as well, and I want to do a little testing in Adobe Firefly, which I have never been in Adobe Firefly, so I'm so excited. So go ahead and say hi in the chat. You can leave your questions and opinions. I may also ask for some opinions on stuff that I am working on here, and I will go ahead and get started in Adobe Express. All right, so here we are. The starting soon animation that I created in Adobe Express that you saw just moments ago in my starting soon was super easy, and I love that about Adobe Express. I've been using it for a few years, and I'm kind of revisiting, especially now with this new AI edition where you can kind of test out letters and also see what animations you can do with utilizing AI for some of it. So that's really exciting. So what I wanted to do was create this kind of starting soon animation. I'm always seeing the cutest ones on people's live streams, and I thought I really need to put some time and effort into mine. Why don't I hop into Adobe Express? And that's what I did. And I went to YouTube video. I just looked up some templates, and the first template I saw was the one that I ended up using and liking. So this is really awesome. So I'm just gonna add a new scene here as if we're starting over, and I'm gonna click on this template. I can add it as a new page or start a new project. So I'm just gonna add it as a page. And now it's going to take me to just this template. So this template is adorable. It's started with something completely different. And I was like, oh, this is a great kind of impactful design. I want to utilize it for my brand. So what I did was I brought my own media into it and kind of made it my own. So I knew that I really liked this kind of talk bubble here. So I changed the text to say, having fun in Adobe Express Beta and Adobe Firefly, which kind of lets the user and the audience know what I'm going to be working in. And then I left the cool like lips and the star, and I just kind of uploaded a few things. So this is just a picture of me. I was able to remove the background. I changed the filter and made myself blue. And then I added "and woman" as the name instead of the one that the template came in, which made things super simple. Just hopping over to the chat on Behance. Hello, Hania, nice to see you in the chat. Please feel free to say hello. I'd love to know who's joining today, and thanks again for watching. So I just changed the handle to "and woman," super easy. And then the animations were already applied in this template, so I just changed it to starting soon. Are you ready for this? And then I added and uploaded some of my own brand stuff. And that was basically it. Super, super easy. So I want to do another one, and I want it to be in Adobe Firefly starting off. I have an idea for something, and I'm kind of want to see how it goes here in Adobe Firefly, which I'm super excited to use. This is my first time, so we'll see how it goes. So my thought was I want to do some kind of 80s MTV inspired television set and animate it in Adobe Express and use it for my starting soon for a new one. So right now I'm going to play around with some different prompts, and the first one I have here is YouTube thumbnail for art live stream in the style of 80s MTV and Nickelodeon cartoons. I'm an 80s, I was born in 80. I loved that style of cartoon. I loved all the old MTV shorts and advertisements. They were just so cool. So that's kind of the look and feel that I'm going for. And I'm usually in Adobe Fresco illustrating, but I want to take a break and focus more on graphic design and some shortcut tools. And I think that this AI generative, situation here is going to make my life a little bit easier. So why not work smarter, not harder. So this is kind of cool to get started. Obviously, AI does have trouble with certain things, so I'm just gonna hit refresh, and it'll give me a few more options. And there's also some styles down here, art and digital art. So I may end up changing those and see what else I can, you know, kind of get from the prompt. So these are also really cool. I'm gonna go ahead and take out, digital art, and I'm just gonna see what happens. Because sometimes you just have to mess around and find out what you're gonna come up with. So that didn't really do anything. I'm gonna clear the style, and I'm gonna call it in the art style of, let's see, how about we say with texture and bubble letters. And let's just see what that does. Kind of looking for a more 80s feel here, so. And then we have some different styles down here. Okay, so that's getting a little bit closer. It added some texture, it added some bubble letters. These are the styles, so let's try some different ones. Popular, digital art, palette knife, layered paper. We have themes here. Ooh, let's do pixel art. That could be fun. And then we'll try a few others. I think I have to hit generate, so I'm going to do that. And let's see what Adobe Firefly comes up with. Okay, that's pretty cool. Very cool. I kind of like this direction here, but I am getting away from my original concept, so I need to, I'm going to catch myself playing around with a whole bunch of different things. So my original concept is more of an 80s cartoony style. Okay, let's try a cartoon, see what happens. Hit generate. There's quite a few. There's even wireframe. Okay, that's cool. Cooler. Okay, so I'm gonna take out live stream, and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna take out this texture and bubble letters. And I'm gonna put it in vector look, and I'm gonna regenerate it and see what happens now. Interesting. Okay, this one's kind of cool. Okay, I see you can rate this result. Okay. It's still not what I'm looking for, and I think everyone that's experimented with AI realizes that it takes a bit to get there, and you have to keep playing around and changing prompts and, you know, seeing what styles and themes work. So let's click on this, materials, yam, wood carving, marble, fur. Interesting. Let's try origami and let's see what it does. All right. Ooh, I like that a lot better. Okay, so I'm gonna click on this, and here it saves all of the things that I've generated, it looks like, from this grouping. So right now you can't export from Adobe Firefly, so I'm gonna have to screenshot this just for the sake of playing around here. And I'm gonna go to here, and I'm gonna create a new design. So let's see, I'm gonna go back to a blank page here, but I'm gonna go into a new project, I think. So let's start with a different template. So first I'm gonna look up 80s and see what comes up here. 80s retro. Let's start a new project. And let's see what it gives me in Adobe Express. Okay. Not loading quick, but let's see. Okay. Could potentially work with this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the screenshot I just took from Adobe Firefly and drop it in here. Once Adobe Firefly Beta allows exports, we'll get better quality because screenshots, you know, are not great, but at least I can remove the background, so I'm going to do that. So this TV is cool. It's not really exactly what I was looking for, but for now it works. And if those of you who are not familiar with Adobe Express, then this is actually a video. You don't have to always animate something. You can do static design. So, but right now we're looking at the timeline and then there's a bunch of layers. Saying hi to Penny in the chat. Hey Penny, it's so good to see you. Thank you for joining. Right now we're in Adobe Express and Adobe Firefly, and I'm working on some intro animations for my live streams, for my YouTube videos, for basically everything going on in my creative life. So just testing out some different things. So I have the TV here and it looks pretty cool. Definitely the color palette of this is not going to work. But I'm actually going to see what I can do with adjusting the hue and saturation within Adobe Express here. I don't think they have an actual hue and saturation. I don't think they have hue and saturation in the adjustments, but I can play with the saturation and the warmth, and that will change the tint of things a little bit. Definitely want to keep it more on the warm side. Penny says in the chat, yay, how fun. Didn't know you had a YouTube channel too. Yeah, just slowly getting started. It's a lot of work. I wish I had an assistant and I had the money for that. Trying to convince my 16-year-old to do it for me. But yes, I have a YouTube channel. It's actually in the description of this stream. You can follow and like my videos there. I only have 2 up there. Most of my live streams are on my Behance profile, and you can take a look at all of those there. So right now I'm just playing around with contrast for this TV. It looks okay. Definitely gonna get rid of this text because I'm gonna bring in my own stuff. So right now I just want to get this kind of foundation and focal point going. Hey Odari, yay, you joined. So nice to see you. I hope you're having a good day. Happy Friday. Okay, so right now if I press play, oh, we have some music in here. Okay, we definitely don't want to listen to that music while my music is going. Not sure how to get rid of that music. Let's see, so let me double click. Let me look at the layer properties of all of this. If anyone knows how to mute the music in an Adobe Express clip, let me know in the chat. Audio, let's see. So that's pretty awesome that you can add audio, but I don't want to hear mine. Okay, I'll just have to keep that in mind. Hopefully when I'm scrubbing, no one hears it. But that looks pretty cool for the background. I think I'm going to... Oh, you can mute the volume here. Okay, that's good to know. Let's see. So I'm gonna change the opacity. And I want to make the background color much brighter because I want this to look way more like bubblegum MTV, like bright pastel-y fluorescent colors. So let's see. And when I talk about MTV, I'm talking about when MTV was great. When I was growing up as a teenager in the early 90s. I don't know what it is anymore. I want my old MTV back. I actually have a drawing all about that. Okay, so changing the background color didn't really help here. I think that I am actually on the audio layer, but not sure. So let's see. Okay, so there's a bunch of textures going on here. That's why. Let's see, there's a bunch. Okay, so I need to lower the opacity of that layer. Okay, that's better. And now I can change the color. This background color is probably gonna end up being way brighter now. Hey Gareth, thanks for joining. Glad everybody is saying hello in the chat. Okay, trying to select the background color. Here we go. Let's make it super bright. Yeah, that's better. Now, this video, I can adjust the opacity more. And it looks like we have like a couple of texture layers here. I think I'm gonna get rid of that one. I'm gonna keep the other one. There might be a few hidden over here. Okay, that's the video. So we'll go back to the texture. Okay. So this is kind of more of what I'm looking for, but the TV is not. So I'm changing my mind about this TV. I need it to be more 80s. I'm just gonna hit refresh. Odari says, no worries, I get to see Melissa do her magic. Oh, you're having some pain today. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, hopefully I brighten your day. Okay, this is more of what I'm looking for. Yes. So I'm gonna rate this result and say, yes, we like this result. I am going to actually just get a screenshot now because I can't export this just yet. And I'll just like keep that. And I'll go back to regenerate it, see if we can do any better than that. So this is still an origami style. I want to try a different style in Adobe Firefly to see if I can get a different result. Let's try neon. I have no idea what this will do. Let's get rid of origami. And going back to the chat, Benny says the top one looks like Tamagotchi. Yes, it does. It's cool. Like, these are very cool. It's interesting to see what happens with these prompts. I'm really excited because I haven't used Adobe Firefly yet, so I am gonna be kind of hooked on this for a bit. Okay, so it made it slightly different. I'm taking out vector. The neon could work because it kind of gives it that like black light, you know, neon vibe. Let's see what this does. That's pretty cool. The TV is still not what I'm looking for. We have movements. Ooh, synthwave could work. Okay, these I'm more used to seeing. When I use other AI programs to generate images, they're always these styles. So I'm more familiar with this. So we're gonna take off cartoon. We're gonna use synthwave and see what happens. Ooh, okay, that's cool. This is interesting. I'm gonna rate this. The TV is still cool, getting closer. I'm gonna refresh and just see what other options that I can get. Huh, cute. Okay, let's try. Oh, and you can try, okay, so this is very cool. Content type at the top, I didn't even see that. Benny in the chat says, MTV also Melissa TV. That's made my day. MTV, I need my MTV. I need my Melissa TV. Well, here I am. I'm glad y'all are here for it. So this content type, I'm not sure what that means, but I'm gonna, well, I know what it means, but I'm gonna change it. I wanna make it a graphic and see what happens. Then there's art, and then there's photo. So that could be interesting. Let's see what photo looks like too. It's not really changing much. Let's see. I might need to refresh it to get the change. Yeah, I think I do. So let's see. That's getting cooler. I'm gonna take out neon. I'm gonna give this one more chance, and then we'll move to something different. Can also change a lot of other things too. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to, interesting. So if I click on none, well, actually that may not be true. I'm thinking that that's actually cool too. I'm trying to get back to where I just was. This is my first time using this, so bear with me. Themes. Okay, I already knew that one. Here we go, all. Okay, this is everything. So that's what I want. Sci-fi. Not really MTV, not really Nickelodeon. We may have to go back to some cartoon stuff. But I do want to try Vaporwave. And I want to try cartoon. And let's see what that does. Also, happy Friday, everybody. I get half-day Fridays for my job, and it's pretty amazing. I hope all of you are almost done with anything that is stressful today, if that's work, and you're welcoming the weekend. So I really like this TV. That is much better. I'm gonna go ahead and take a screenshot of this one. And gonna drop that one in to Adobe Express. And I'll go ahead and drop the other one too. And we'll see what they all look like. Penny says, I am working alongside you, still trying to get some stuff done. That's the worst. Well, I really hope that it wraps up for you nicely and it doesn't take you that long. Wellness Fridays at this job are amazing. Get out at noon every Friday. I don't think I could ever go back to a job where that doesn't happen for me again. Okay, so we have 3 TVs. We may have to do some voting to see which one we end up liking. I think the background color is not really making sense. I'm gonna change that. Maybe just black. The blue is kind of cool, actually. What do y'all think? I don't want to get stuck on this because if I think about my brand, I'm sticking with this kind of purple-ish. Should probably just stick with that. I actually like that. All right, that's what I'm doing. I'm sticking with it. Actually, I can pick the hex code that I used, which is what I should do here. So I'll go here, go to custom, I'll copy this hex code, and I need to call this something too. Starting soon. Oop. Intro. Okay, now I'm going to paste that hex code. So we have the same color. And I know I can add my brand in here, but I'm not doing that right now. I still have to do that. Adari in the chat says, looks dope to me. Thank you, appreciate it. Awesome. Okay, so now we've got 3 TVs. We can animate these TVs. Let's go ahead and do it. So you have really cool animation options, and I almost said Canva. Adobe would like cancel me. I used to use Canva all the time, by the way, and then Adobe Express came out and I was like mind blown because it's even better. You don't have certain things in Canva that you do in Express, obviously, but you have this great animation that's really awesome, these animation tools. So right now I have this first TV selected, and I'll zoom in a bit. And actually, let's see, let me zoom out a little bit more. Well, I don't really have the option. I'll keep it at this, and you'll be able to see. So we have an in, a looping, and an out. So the in animation is only going to apply on view of this TV. We have a lot of different cool options here. So fade in is like kind of like a classic option. We could do fun stuff though. Tumble's kind of cool. All right, so if I'm gonna do tumble, I get to pick the duration of how long it takes for that to tumble. So I can make it slower, I can make it fast. For now, I'm gonna move these off to the side, and let's just see. So wherever I place this is where it's gonna land. So I'm gonna go back to my animation, and you can also change the direction. You can even increase the rotation. So that's pretty cool. I'll make the rotation a little bit higher, and I'll make it come in a little bit quicker. That's cool. So now I think I'm going to have it loop on flicker. And flicker is, it's like a kind of makes it glow. So let's see. This music is killing me in the background. I gotta figure out how to turn that off. Okay, so that looks cool. So now what I'm gonna do, and also I don't know what, these are just frames. Okay, I'm gonna move these because I might use those actually. I'm gonna do another animation for the rest of these TVs. And of course we can change the layer. So if I click on this little icon here, I can change the layer position. So right now he's at the bottom. Let's move that TV to the top. There we go. Also, here is another layer panel that you can move around. And then we've got this TV. I'm wondering if make them further apart a little bit. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna try another animation here, and it's gonna basically be the opposite of the other. So the in will be another tumble, but I'm gonna have the direction change because it's on the right side. I want it coming in from the right. I'm gonna change the rotation a little bit. I'm gonna change the duration a little bit. I need to see what I have for the other TV. Just looking at the chat. Beatrice, thank you for joining. Hello everyone. Thanks for joining and watching. Okay, so looping, we'll do another flicker. And now, let's see. I'm gonna pause my music and I'm gonna play this. Pretty cool. It's kind of like Stranger Things meets MTV. All right, I can dig it. Let me put my music back on. So I think, I still don't know how I feel about this TV. Maybe it's the colors. So let's see. I know you can change the effects and just with filters, and that's pretty cool. but I'm gonna go back to adjust them by hand. SLP has joined. Hello, thank you for joining. We got everybody here almost. Lots of people in the chat. Thank you for joining. Happy Friday. We're in Adobe Fresco, or I'm so used to saying it. We're in Adobe Express beta, fooling around with some Adobe Firefly on the side. Just coming up with some cool prompts. Ooh, I didn't even get this far. I didn't even see that. I may need to grab him too. Get rid of that football in the middle. This might be a better TV. We'll just have to see. So if I'm gonna remove the background of this TV in Adobe Express, I will leave out all that other stuff. Interesting, that's cool too. Okay, so going back, I'm going to give this one more shot, see if I can change the colors to make it look the way I want it to look. I also feel like I might want to flip this. Not sure if I can do that. Flip it horizontally. I can't right click on it. Okay, that's fine. I do want to bring in that other TV I just made. So I'm going to upload it from my screenshots. And where is it? Is this the one? Yes. Open that up. SLP says, howdy. Howdy from Texas, that's right. Okay, so let me remove the background here. I mean, I don't know. This one's cool, but like, I'm gonna crop it out. It doesn't have a lot of personality like the other one. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm gonna take it out. Okay, so we've got these guys animated, but just not the middle one. So the middle one, I'm gonna do a different animation. I'm gonna have him drop in from the top. You can change the personality: soft, smooth, strong, energetic, and loud. What is loud? Doesn't feel very loud to me. All right, let's play this. Let me pause my music and let's get this Adobe Express soundtrack going. Pretty cool. I'm gonna animate that center one too, but I don't know if I'm gonna do flicker. I'm gonna maybe try something else. Let's see. Yo-yo. I guess it just goes up and down. Yeah, I don't want that. I'm gonna try, I'm just gonna do flicker because maybe it just makes sense. And then I'll just change the speed so that it looks different than the others. I just don't want them all to look too much the same. So let me just check the speed. Oh, here. Yeah, so that's different. And then this last one, I'll just make it way different. Okay, so now we'll try this again. Pause my music. Pretty cool. All right, I like that. I actually even like the music. Maybe I'll leave it. So now this is my first like scene, right? So I need to do something with these borders and decide if I want to keep them. Probably just make them bigger. And I'll align them to the canvas in the middle and the center. And then I'll do a smaller one. Kind of just want it to be a little hidden. I'll put it in the middle and center and see where that lands. Oh, it's interesting. I feel like it's too much though. I think I'm gonna take this one out on the outside. And I'll just maybe do a little bit of a peek of it. Let's see. I'm gonna lower the opacity and then actually might change the color too. Change the color to one of the pinks that's already in there. I'm gonna round the corner and, I wonder, I might fill it actually. I wonder what that would do. Let's see. Lower the opacity. Maybe I'll take the border off. Blend mode. See what that does. Okay, so nothing there. I can animate that too. So maybe I'll have this flicker in. That's interesting. I can loop that on a flicker as well. Let's see if that's not too much. All right, so I'm gonna pause my music, play this. Okay, it's cool, but it doesn't, I don't need it. So I'm gonna take it out. And then I'm gonna start bringing in my branding for the next scene. So we got this intro scene. I'm gonna add another few elements. So I'm gonna steal this starting soon. And are you ready for this? From my other Adobe Express intro. And I'm gonna put it on this scene. Actually, I'm gonna put it on this scene too. And I need to bring the layers to the front. Okay, so I'm gonna need to paste it again. Okay, it's gonna give me some issues now. I'm gonna have to make sure this video is at the very bottom layer, make sure the texture and all of that, because I can't find my other stuff. That's weird, it's not there. All right, oh, I know why, because I'm animating and it's at the front. Okay, so now I'm gonna need to, I don't want this coming in immediately, and I don't want this in at all because it's gonna be too much stuff. So I think what I'll do is move the TVs down a bit. I wanna make sure this TV is centered. Okay, and then the starting soon color is gonna change. I'm gonna use the eyedropper and I'm gonna make it, okay, it's not enough contrast. I need it to be brighter. Do this yellow. Maybe this green. I don't know. Let's see, maybe white. Okay, we'll stick with white for now. I do wanna demo something that's so fun. So I'll zoom in for this. Let's see. I don't think this is gonna stick on this piece because we've already had, it's very busy already, but the text effects on Adobe Express Beta that are enhanced by AI are really fun. So you can describe what you want it to look like, a texture. So let's say I want the starting soon text to look like a particular texture. So what I want it to look like is kind of like an 80s pattern. So I'm gonna say, and maybe it will be able to figure it out or not, but we'll see what the prompt does. 80s pattern and sandstone, or I'm gonna say 80s pattern gritty because I want it to be like kind of gritty. So let's just see what it does. And it will give me some options for results that are behind the picture of me. Let's see if I can turn myself off. Okay, so I'm off camera now. So now we have all of these really cool options. So let's load some more. And you can see like it already applied it, but it's way too busy. Way too busy. So maybe if I take out pattern, because I don't need the pattern, and we'll say 80s gritty. I wonder what it will give us. Okay, again, way too busy. So for the sake of this, we'll just go with some things that are not so nuts. So they have some different ones that are like, you know, the options that they have for samples. I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit more. Actually, I'm gonna have to zoom out. Okay, so these are like cool, like diamond samples. They have blue and gold marble. They have balloons, which I thought were really cool. But all of these are gonna be too busy. So this is strictly for demo. The balloons are cool too. Let's see what other effects they have. Green neon sign. Okay, that could be interesting. It's all right. Rainbow fur. Let's see what that looks like. Let me turn my camera back on. There I am. Rainbow fur. Look at that rainbow fur. Wow, that is wild. Interesting. So I can show you one that I used that turned out really cool. These are all of my thumbnails for all my socials. So I used it here for a YouTube thumbnail and a Behance thumbnail for my live streams. And I just made, I used the letter D and I told it to look like a snake. And so I just kept the snake and it's pretty cool. So, you know, you don't have to necessarily use the whole word in that effect. You can just like pick and choose if you want to use one letter, if you want to, you know, basically work around it and create like a shape using text and then apply the effects to it as well. So I don't really see a whole lot here that I want to use for this. I think I need to keep this very simple. So I'm going to remove the effect. I'm going to make it smaller. And I probably will just change the font. Let's see. So if I go to my text, and here's another place where you can see all the effects that, the text effects that it offers, which is really cool. A lot of really cool things. So I'm gonna go back to my text and I'm going to probably just do a shadow of some sort or a shape. Because whenever you're doing a thumbnail for your socials, you want your text to really stand out and it has to be readable for your audience right away. So I want to make sure that I have a good contrast on this. The black would probably work, and then there's all these different shapes that you can try out. So you could make it look like a button, you could have a banner behind it, you could, you know, play around with all the different shapes. And this is for a live stream that's going to be starting soon. So really, there's no real, it's really up to me what I want to use as the shape. It would be important for it to make sense with its surroundings. So I kind of like the call out box, but I'm not sure. So let's see, let me go out of here. I'm gonna actually take the shape off and I'm gonna just go with maybe a shadow. So I have a black chosen, and then there's this strong, there's a lift, there's a glow, classic, smooth. I think I'll go with classic, and I'm always gonna go in and make sure I can adjust things if I need to. Okay. So I can blur the shadow a little bit, which I'll do. I can increase the distance from it if I wanted. And I think I'll keep it like that. I'm gonna make sure it's in the center of my screen. And then I'm gonna zoom back out and play the starting soon. I'm gonna bring the TVs down just a little bit. And then I'm also gonna make this one line so I have more room in between the TV and the text. I'm gonna try if it's gonna work. There we go. Moving it to one line. So now I'm gonna put it back in the center. Okay, it's already there. And I'm gonna play this. Now, this is my timeline. I'm gonna bring it in a little bit, and I'm gonna wait until the TVs are basically done, and then the starting soon will play. Cool. Very, very cool. So I definitely want to leave the starting soon on this entire scene. And now when I go to my next scene, I'm going to apply a similar effect to my starting soon from the previous one. So let's see. I am going to make the fill white, add the shadow, this classic. And the reason that I'm not copying and pasting it from the other scene is because I want to keep it in this position. Okay, so now I want to take that and bring it to the beginning of this scene. I'm gonna add it here. Oop, not like that. I'm gonna add it here. Okay, I don't know why it's, oh, okay. This is the part that I have to get used to. It's broken out in layers, so this is the separate layer that I need to figure out the timing for. Odari in the chat says, wow. Thanks, Odari. Yeah, I'm usually not doing graphic design and animation stuff. I wanted to kind of mix it up. I've been working on so many things for my brand lately, so it's been a lot of work. Okay, so I like that. So now I want to go back to Adobe Firefly and I want to bring in some more 80s elements. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say 80s Nickelodeon cartoon shapes. And we're gonna do it in Vaporwave and cartoon. And let's see. See if it gives me some cool shapes. If not, Express has a ton of shapes. Okay, this is not what I'm looking for. Let's take out Vaporwave and let's see what happens. Trial and error, for sure. No. It's cute. Okay, let's try something else here. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go back to Adobe Express and I'm gonna just find it. Actually, I know what I'm gonna do. I am going to use maybe one of these and see if I can make it look cool. lens flare. So let's see how this looks. Ah, that's interesting. All right, so I like that, this one. I'm gonna keep the eye and I'm gonna pretend that it's a shape. I'm gonna make it much smaller. And I'm just gonna like keep it on the canvas. I just duplicated it. Now I'm gonna go to my elements here and I'm gonna search my design assets and I'm gonna say 80s. Let's just see. Ooh, so many nice things. We've got a lovely person. Oh, nice. We've got, that's interesting. Some fun people dancing. I am liking this vibe. This isn't 80s though. This is like 70s. So this makes me feel even older. Okay. 80s. Do we have any actual 80s clothing choices? Yes, we do. This person is 80s. Okay. Actually no. I can't say that that person is. This is mainly 70s stuff. There's some fab ones on here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Let's get these other people out of here. Sorry, but you're in a different era. Get rid of them. Come on. Adobe Express is definitely, my computer is trying hard right now. Okay. These people are adorable. Okay, so I'm gonna put them over here on each side. They're so cute. I have to make this a different color because it's a little too, it's not contrasty enough. So let's see. Let's do like a really fun bright green. Yes. Okay, now move this shape out of here. Okay, so the people are not going to come in right away. And then now I think I'm going to get rid of these. I do want to put like a gradient in the background of this whole thing. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let's see. I want to do a gradient. So let's see. Gradient shape of some sort that has some 80s vibes. But I want it to be subtle because we don't need a lot. There's already a lot going on. All right, let's just see this. Put this in the background. Okay, I'm gonna drop this layer to the back and I'm gonna change the color. Maybe I can just change the effect. I don't want it to be too like loud, just like very subtle. But I kind of want it to be this like purplish color. Oh, that's cool. You can blur it. I don't know how 80s this looks though. That's my concern. I think we need to get some texture on this. So I'm gonna go back and borrow this video by copying it. Go to the scene and paste it. And make sure it goes to the back. And then when I choose this gradient, I am going to drop the opacity down. And the gradient can stay the whole time. All right, so let's see what this looks like. I'm gonna press pause on my music and I'm gonna use Adobe Express's Stranger Things sounding music. Okay. It's definitely too long, I'm gonna cut it. It's so funny. Okay, so I'm gonna make this a little bit shorter. Probably five seconds. Let's play it again. It's so funny. It's so cheesy. It's cracking me up. Okay, so now let's see. Let me go back. I know you can do transitions maybe. Oh, not that. Okay, let me get rid of that. I feel like you can do transitions in here. If anyone knows how, drop it in the chat. I'm not exactly sure. I thought you could, but maybe not. Okay, so I'm going back here. And now I'm looking at this gradient and I'm like, I don't need it. So I'm going to put these guys in the center, in the middle. Okay, where is she? She's here. I kind of like one being up high and one being down low. Okay, so, and we can also change who comes in first. So we'll let him come in first, and then we're gonna animate him too. So when he comes in, he can drop in, he can drift in. Drift is kind of cool, kind of smooth. All right, so we'll make him drift in. On loop, we can make him bob and make the speed super low. Might be a little too much. I kind of want it to be really subtle. Maybe still too much. 1 and 3. Let's try a 1 and 1 intensity. Okay, I can do that. So now I'm gonna go back to her and do the same thing. I'm going to put an animation in. She's gonna drift in from the other direction. And now I'm gonna loop her on a bob, but I'm gonna make it very slow again. I might change it slightly just to make them look a little different from each other. So 1 and a 2. And let's see how that looks. Pause my music. I'm just laughing how funny it is because it's so cute. Okay, so now I feel like it's like a cheesy 80s cartoon. All right, we need to make this a little bit longer and make him, okay, so that automatically did that. And then I need to bring the text back in and make it longer as well on the screen. Okay, so starting soon is going to go the entire length. And then Are You Ready for This comes in a little bit later, but then it's gonna stick on the screen. And then we're gonna try this again. Ready, set, Stranger Things music. Oh, here they come. Are you ready for this? This is this is really hyping up. This will hype up anyone's live stream. Maybe you can't even hear the music. Let me know if you can hear it. It's so funny. Okay, I think the people are a little too big, so I'm gonna make them a little bit smaller. I also want to like ground them somehow, and I want to bring this higher up. I also think we need to have some other shape behind them to ground them. So let's see. Let's go back to shape. So I'm going to go to elements. I just want like a simple shape, kind of like a platform for them to stand on. I think I'm gonna do, I wonder if I can do a 3D shape in here. Let's see. It's probably in design assets. Yeah, 3D. I'm gonna say cube. And see what happens. Just checking the chat. SLP says working big O. Gareth says Bree. Oh, I'm so sorry you're still working. I'm very happy to not be. That's a cool texture. Maybe I'll use this. It's got that gritty 80s feel that I'm looking for. I might actually use it for something else, but I'm gonna keep it for now. Not seeing anything. I'm gonna actually add this. Oop. Okay, I'm gonna use this shape. I'm gonna bring it down there, and then I am going to lower the opacity. I wonder what screen will do. Nothing. Multiply. And now I'm gonna change the color a bit if I can. Not gonna let me. Okay, that's fine. I need to find a pattern that's gonna work. So I'm gonna get rid of that. I'll find one. Really need to just do a simple shape. Circles. Yeah, I mean, I just want to do something really simple. And change the color. We need some more bright on that side. Okay. So I could animate that, but yeah, I might have to animate that to match him. So I'm going to have it drift in again, but we're gonna have to make it faster than him. I wonder if it came up from the bottom, how that would look. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use the same shape for her. Gonna change it to behind her. That's annoying. Okay, I gotta move her then. Okay, now we're good. All right, so I'm gonna change the color of this to, I think that yellow maybe that he's got. Maybe the green. No. Okay, I'll stick with the yellow. Now I'm gonna go back to my elements and I'm going to, I need something gritty to happen here. Gritty 80s. Come on, Adobe Express. Thank you. I should have just looked here from the beginning. Okay. Here we go. This is more what I'm looking for. I need to find something that's not going to take the focus off of what I'm trying to convey, which is the starting soon. That's cute. So this is going to automatically make this the background, just so everybody's aware. And you can change that and make the opacity different and, you know, fool around with it, which is what I'm going to be doing, because I'll have to bring that video back up to the front. That's cute, actually. That matches more. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Where's my video? What is this? This is the video. Okay. So let's see what this looks like now. So cute. Okay. I love this. Okay. The only thing is the backgrounds are different, which is giving me problems. So I need to see, I might just see if I can, yes, I'm going to change the opacity here. I want to copy that background too and bring it to that first scene. See if I can do that. Okay, let's see if we can get this. Otherwise I'll just, oh, it worked. Okay, cool. Let's see. Definitely think it's too busy still, so I'll have to change that. Okay, so I actually think what I can do is animate this background. Okay, that's the video. I can animate the background. Is that still a video? That's a video. There's two videos? Oh. Okay, can I animate the background? That's the image. Okay, I can animate the background. Cool. I'm gonna have it fade in, and I'm going to make sure it fades in a little bit later. And then on loop, I wonder what flicker would look like for that. It might be too much. I think it's too much. Okay, so we'll just stick it, we'll just keep it fading in. Let's see what that looks like. I'll have to change everything else. Okay. Cute. Cute. Okay, I think my people are coming in too late though. I need to make them come in a little bit quicker. So here's his timeline. So I increased him to come in faster, and then I will select her and do the same thing. Okay, let's see how this looks. Hello, Daniel in the chat. Thanks for joining. Okay, let me start it over. here. Okay, that's pretty cute. All right, I don't like this green anymore. My dog's about to go nuts. Oh, my son is home. Okay. You got to hear him too. So the green is not going to work, so I'm going to change it to like a different shade of green, I think. Let's see. Okay, we'll just stick with that. So I'm gonna press play again. Okay, cute. I think it's too long, the second part, so I'm gonna... My son is here. I'm live streaming. Do you wanna come on camera and say hello?
I'm sorry.
We gotta get you on here one of these days.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so now I'm gonna do my closing scene and then I'm gonna wrap the stream up. So I'm gonna add one more scene. I need to get all my info and my brand in this part. So I'm gonna go back to my stuff here. And I'm gonna copy and paste from another thumbnail that I've already created. Let's see. I might actually just use this. Or this one actually. So I'm just gonna select everything here. And put it here. And bring it to the center. And it should have copied all my animations over from my other project, hopefully. Let's see if it did. Yep, it did. So now all I have to do is go back here, see if I can select a few things. So I'm gonna take the video, and okay, so the video's now there. And then I'm gonna go back and take the background. This is still the video, so I have to find the background. That's the image. I'm gonna go back to the scene. I'm gonna have to change my layer order of everything so I can see everything. I'm gonna put that at the end, or at the bottom. I'm gonna take my image. Did it work? Did not paste. All right, let me go back. Video, image, copy, and paste. There we go. Let's get that in the very back. We have to rearrange things again, I think. That's the video, that's the background. Okay, I want to make the opacity not as much here. I'm also probably gonna have that animate in so it's not competing so much. So let's see. That's the video, that's the background. I'm gonna animate it to fade in. And let me fix the video. Okay, so now let's press play. We have a 15-second intro. for my live streams. So now when you see this starting soon in my live streams, you can say that you saw me build it. And there I am at the end. Just have to fix a few things here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my name a lot bigger. I'm gonna spread out these shapes. Oop. Okay, and just make them a little bit smaller. I'll align that to the center. There's some stars that are kind of small that you can't see right now, but they're animated as well. And I'll move those. Okay, and then I'm going to center this again. Make it have a little bit more room on the side. And then I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Put that in the center. Make this a little bit bigger. Put that in the center. Okay. These are these might be too much. Maybe we only need 2. I'm gonna delete those. Yeah, I think we don't need them. Move these stars around. I can make them a little bit bigger. Yeah, that's cute. I'm gonna maybe leave that there instead. I'll use one more and I'll align them all horizontally, spaced, and along the middle. And I'll delete these guys. I also think I don't necessarily need that shape behind it anymore, so I'm going to take that off. And I'm just going to do a shadow. And actually I'm going to do classic, and then I'm going to blur it. I'm going to make the color purple. So it's very subtle. And everything should be animated. Let me just check and see. Oh, there's no animation on my name. So I'm gonna have my name grow, shrink, flicker. That's kind of cool. Rise. How about rise? Slide, spin, tumble. We did do some tumbles in the first scene, but I think I'm gonna do rise for this. And then I'm gonna make it flicker on a loop. And then these shapes I'm gonna have tumble in. Right now I think they're just flickering. Yeah. And I'm gonna do the same here. But it's gonna tumble in from the right. Let me see if I have animations on this. No. This I'm just gonna have fade in. And this one already has an animation. Okay, so I'm gonna press pause on my music. And now I'm gonna play the whole thing. Got my 80s peeps. Cute. Awesome. So now you all know how to do your own starting soon intro and outro. I mean, it's so easy in Adobe Express, and there's so many cool things that you can try. So I'm encouraging you all to get into Adobe Express, get into the beta, get into Adobe Firefly, play around. I want to thank you all for watching. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Friday with my family. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something. Thanks for saying hi in the chat, and I might be on later streaming from my iPad. I will be at some point this weekend doing some more character design, but I hope you all enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.